What is good, everybody? Man, it's your boy Jay in the building with back again with another video. Before we get this video started, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Alright, man, so we have Howard versus South Carolina State. Belt to ass. Offense, defense, and special teams were scoring in this game. Wow. Let's go ahead and get this started, man. This was godly. Whew! I ain't got to read nothing.
Carroll City, Florida. He can't run the football. In fact, second on the team in rushing yards with 400. They'll opt to hand it off to Travis Kearney, who will try to gain the edge on the left-hand side, and he gets a little
disciplined defense, and they bring a lot of pressure off the corners.
36.
Going to the air and a quick slant. It will be caught upfield near that first down marker. And Howard, a lot on the line. They're 1-1.
Boys, South Carolina
Big
State
3rd and 2. Lots of room on that right side. You got trips over there, and it's going to be handoff instead to Kearney again. And Bulldogs don't bite. Thrown in the MEAC so far, over 1,500. 10 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. Have one of the best backs in the league along with them, but it's going to be a deep ball right out of the gate down the left-hand side. It's going to be caught at around the 13. Climbing the ladder and able to get it pretty good. And it will be Atkins, the fourth, already now with an opportunity to get into the end zone. He's going to hand it off, and then finding the edge out left-hand side is Adams, KZ Adams, and he gets very close to that. Has had a whale of a season, leading the team in rushes and yards. And now another handoff on the inside. Will be still short of that first down, or excuse me, that goal line. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Find a receiver. If not, he can do it himself.
Jason Seraphin made that last big stop, and we'll see Bulldogs do here. It's going to be another handoff and up through, and I believe across. No, shy of the goal. First, all he needed. That's right. Adams out right-hand side. 4th consecutive run in the red zone will be short. 2nd down.
And here's a play, and listen, as a former running back, I have no issues inside the one getting the football. At number 32D, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, and that inside handoff goes to Josh Shaw. His first touchdown of the season at 2:20. He gets in for the score. Touchdown, SC State. And once again, now with Bison down by 7, we'll get their offense out on the field, and they are really trying to establish this running game. Kearney with his 3rd rush already. And this is not your leading rusher, Anthony Reagan Jr. We'll see if he... 2 near, 1 far. And the sun coming out. We'll see if that ends up being an interception, and it will be. Washington picking it off, and he'll go in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs, and just like that, they're up 13. The team in pass breakups with 14. He had 13 last year total. When he led the MEAC, he continues to lead MEAC in that category as well. And off up the middle, and enough of Kearney. Now it's Reagan Jr. getting the carry, and well, added throwback on the end of that run. Well, if the Bison are going to get back on track, it's got to be Reagan Jr. and Cooper the second to get things going. Going to go to the air, and that's an instance where Slater cut in. The pass was thrown outside.
That could have been intercepted as well, D.
I haven't seen an instance where the Bison have gotten Starks running the football. He's been good at that. Here's some pressure up the middle, flushed out against the grain, throws, and it will be complete to Cooper the second. Big time receiver.
17 of 27 for 149 yards passing.
Quick pass out near side is complete near the 44. Trying to find a little bit of yak at the end of that one. And Smith is able to get Raylan Smith, 5'9" grad out of Lakeland, Florida. All kinds of pressure, and somehow the Houdini act continues. Just into Bulldog territory. They're going to need to convert this one. Need 3 yards to do it. Go to the air again, caught, and that will be enough for a first down. Another catch by Braylon Smith. Charles Arnold, the free safety, making the play at the end of that one. Under 7 to go, and Bison needs something. And they've got at least their best drive so far the afternoon. Another inside carry to Reagan Jr. is looking to pop one.
To keep the Bulldog defense guessing.
Showing 5 and edge rushes on both sides. Little play action, pump to the right, and now again Starks in trouble, heaves it. Deep left side, out of bounds.
I like that. If you're going to throw it away, throw the ball away. Exactly. Trying to spread out the Bulldog defense here.
Just a bit. Showing a bit of some pressure outside. Picked up, going middle, and it's going to be well overthrown. No chance on that ball. He is quite honestly not been very good this year. 3 of 7. And he kicks this one up, and that is not even close. 1 of 2 from 40 plus, and unable to connect on
28-yard line.
Oh.
Great move. And KJ Adams. Offense closer to midfield here after the missed 45-yard field goal by the Bison. Another handoff up the middle for Adams. Looks like some of the Bison not liking their defensive set, but actually 42, not 52 on the clock here. 2nd and 7. Atkins coming near side. Finding Smith, another first down as the Bulldogs cross.
J. Augustus Aldridge on a stop, a senior, the defensive back. Play action, here's Atkins finding a little bit nice. It looked like a great design play, and it was executed on 3rd and 11. Nigel Johnson with that last catch, 2 for the afternoon so far. Here's Atkins, pressure picked up in the middle, goes right-hand side and wide open, and the reception is Smith, and he's trying to angle, spinning his way, he'll go in for the score.
Yes.
Touchdown, the Bulldogs.
A little pinball action. Is that away from the offensive receiver and Smith?
Here's the return again, and Howard has now found some room up the middle and staying on his feet. Oh, had an opportunity there to possibly really need something. It's hard to say you need something in the first quarter, but something to happen big for them, and they might have it. Here's the connection, and already in outside the 5-yard line on a very quick pitch and catch. 5, Starks again will have an opportunity here to get his team into the end zone, but it's not going to be the way to do it. At least that last carry, Reagan Jr. stuffed in the middle.
Yeah.
Of around 3 almost, and now Starks with the keeper, and this one goes nowhere. In fact, it's going to be another loss of about 2.
Well, this, you mentioned this, 1st and goal, ponging and the like.
Starks now in trouble again, and he'll be brought down way to the 21-yard line. Dollard in on stop earlier in the game, trying to get Howard on the board, and this time he will launch this one, and it is good. So Howard had the opportunity. Very difficult to stop. See what Howard does here, but it's going to be Tyler Smith, who just sits a little bit, didn't have anywhere else to go, and decided just, I'm going to. KZ Adamson. It's good back to a little bit of motion there by the Bison. They get back onside. Pass is going to be picked off on the near side sideline. And that gives one. Didn't even feel good about that. They get an interception, now feel a lot better, and they're going to, again, continue on the grounds. Kearney with the carry.
C State
Bulldogs doing a good job of keeping Starks in check on the ground, but Kearney has an opportunity. He'll get, oh, I thought he was going to get a first down, but instead Washington keeps him from getting there, about a yard shy. I think that Kearney was trying to break that back. Once has filled the stat sheet all season long, going for it again. Now a quick screen on the inside is incomplete off the left paw of Kearney. A little bit low, and he is 3rd and 17 now. Low snap. Here comes pressure with only 4. Stark's going to try to run for it, and he will get to the near side, trip his way, and then slung down at the very end of that play. Bit of a question. Just trying to keep pace with Delaware State, who won against Morgan 14-12 last night to go to 3-0 in conference play. The Bulldogs pretty on point other than the turnover, the errant throw, but aside from that, they didn't turn it into anything. So now on a second down after a running play, he goes out the left-hand side. Coverage is good. Catch is there by Jalen Johnson, but exception, defensive back, number 11. Watch out for him. It's the backfield right now. Atkins, 3rd and 8, going middle of the field, well short of the first down. Even if it's caught, it's actually going to be incomplete. Bison, they're seizing the line effectively if they want to continue to have an opportunity for a conference championship. We'll go to Reagan Jr., their bell cow. Tariq Starks will hand it off, trying to break it back inside and following blockers, but trying to find anything on the edge has always been an issue for anybody running. Obvious passing down here, unless you think of 2-down territory. And Starks rushed a bit, still gets it away on a knuckleballer and able to connect somehow with Cooper the second. Still with Starks able to deliver to his money receiver and Andre Cooper the second. Here's Starks. Got that hand up high. We'll see if it's a face mask. Starks driven back, and didn't need obviously the face mask, but can't half do it on 2 things to equal 1. Here's Starks now on a second down and 12. Pumps and goes deep down the middle, and all kinds of defensive pass interference going on that one. That was an easy call for the Bulldogs on the defensive pass interference call, which was waved off. A little pump action again. Starks goes to the near side, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, and Smitten receptions and yards. Great option continues to be thrown to near side. It's lobbed in just about a half yard too deep for Antonio Hunter. Here's Starks again, has time, lobs it way over the head of his intended receiver, which was blanketed by right out of the gate. They did so, the deep pass down the field, finally knocked it in on the running game for a 7-0 score as we have a quick slant out right-hand side. William Atkins, and SC State defense really stiffening up. 2nd and 15, Atkins has so much time, but he steps up maybe in the wrong area of the pocket, goes left instead of right, had some options, and now we also have a empty backfield for Atkins. Under 7 to go, and steps up in the pocket, goes deep down the middle. The floater is in to get this off, but starting out games well. I'm sure Chennis Berry would like to see them just continue to go down that road. Yeah. Quick pass out to the far side. It's caught. Maybe out of bounds. You're gonna say no?
Atkins waits just a little bit. His receivers can get behind the secondary of Howard.
Haven't seen Jalen Johnson out on the field all that much. He's on the near side. Here's the screen. It's caught. And upfield near that original first down marker. Of chess playing going on here with the defense jumping and falling back. Under 5 to go, and here's Atkins on a big 3rd and 9, steps up, and he can't go anywhere. The Bison defense coming up big. Starks contained. He likes to run the football if he can, but Hasn't really had the opportunity to do so. Instead, it's going to be Reagan Jr. And a flag at the very end of the play could add more yardage at the happening.
Points. No need for momentum. Get points.
That certainly helps in the momentum category.
Yes, agreed.
And Reagan Jr. with the carry.
Mikey Lunds. Lunds following in their footsteps, possibly.
Starks, another inside handoff to Reagan Jr. You can only imagine that the Keene-Johnson duo, the co-offensive coordinators, are trying to...
45-yard touchdown pass.
Scared about that. This is a big drive here for Howard, though. 4 yards needed. I think it's 2-down territory. Looking for that pass against the grain, and Starks instead will show his wares, and he'll get enough for a first down, a little bit extra, and he also got a good pop at the end of that one.
Lunds again.
6'1", 210.
Yeah. Presence.
Grad. Keeping these chains moving, and this time Reagan Jr. has a hard-fought run that Starks again deep, and then will run with it. Has enough for a first, and then tries the slide. Steve, he slid, don't get me wrong.
He saved himself from Malik Harp.
Yeah.
I applaud him.
We all want that.
Yeah.
Starks again, will go to the air, and he'll complete it near sideline. Pinpoint accuracy. A lot of Florida players from Florida on this team.
Boom!
Here's Starks, he loses the football. Picked up and brought up field, left side by Kearney. Then he's popped out of bounds.
That was crazy.
But
can tackle you from that secondary position.
So it will be Scroggins out there at quarterback, at least for this particular play. Looking and going to the end zone, lobs it.
Yikes.
And it's going to be overthrown.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A will have to get back up, but Starks back in. Back to pass now, and again hounded and brought down at the ankles. Reed coming through. Conference play. Now it's 7-3, 3-0 in conference. Here's Condor now for that big-time important kick. It's going to be blocked, and he's going to be picked up and returns. Guess who?
At the end of the half,
Washington down the sideline for his second TD of the game.
Touchdowns,
Goodness.
one on defense,
Oh my
and one on special teams.
That was the last thing you wanted.
Had one carry in this game, Steve, and asked to get out of the game.
He got to be player of the week.
Having that thigh heavily wrapped is Casey
Adams.
Adams.
Got to be player of the week.
To run the ball in this game, and also Atkins apparently, as he keeps it on this one, tries to
Second half.
see how many chances and risks Howard takes on defense throughout. They're only going to send 4 this time. Atkins chase, throws on the run, well out of bounds into the Howard sideline. Will bring up 3rd and 9. They've done their job recently. And they're trying to build on that with Atkins going deep right sideline, floated and incomplete, and dropped.
Yeah.
Flat out by crack block. We'll get the penalty. It's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 25 after it's all said and done on the inside carry. It goes. Howard knows now they have a very hard time of finding the edges, so go right ankle, heavily bandaged on the outside in black tape. We'll see if that hinders his ability to run. In fact, I just saw as he handed it off to Reagan Jr., Steve, well,
just saying.
3rd and 1, handoff again. Leaning forward is Reagan Jr. for the first down, about almost 5 yards on that carry. So the Bison are
5-27.
Shadows creep up now as afternoon comes across here in Orangeburg. Deep pass left side. Plenty of time. Cooper the second with the reception for a big-time gain. Another carry, and then breaking it back in is Reagan Jr.
That's probably why he was open.
Good pursuit.
Receiving out of the backfield. Let's see if Starks goes to that route, and he will be running and then throwing, and you know what, Kearney just not expecting that one. Luntz running inward and 24. A running play and dumping it down to your running back the last 2 calls. No flag on that, as I thought there might have been a holding call downfield and almost picked off. So the Bison defense has played second of the game. By the way, that's a defensive back if you're not accustomed to watching Bulldog football. And a 30-yard return for a score in it. Pick 6. Atkins with his second run of this quarter. We'll break it back in and
from Oklahoma. Don't do
hand
that.
it off to the guy that runs the football.
Don't do that.
Easy Adams out there to block again, this time on a pass. Downfield, and Johnson, does he get the feet in? I think he does. For the Johnson finding a bit of a crease over there in the play action now. Atkins looking deep for the end zone, lobs it. Just enough underneath it, and Johnson slides in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That's what you want from Atkins and Johnson.
Best to be
inventiveness is low.
Is low.
Yes.
Here's another slant, incomplete at the feet of Cooper II.
Well, you said Starks. Listen, he's trying to push off with one wheel.
And yes, the Bulldog defense and how well they've played this game so far.
Absolutely. And you don't want to go towards.
They're only sending 4 minutes at a time.
That's right.
Here's Stark again in trouble. Flips it a little bit and then has nothing else other than do. And he couldn't even throw it out of bounds. He decided in his second year is going maybe possibly 16-6 to start out his time. And now a nice little handoff
to the wide.
We already saw this kind of act.
Easy to say, but I can tell you, I've been in a situation where we still are having false starts 8 games in.
Inside handoff, Adams, nice run. But the perfectionable. Only sending 3 now. Adams is forced to run with it, which is normally good for the defense. And this time again, with not a nary a defender. Nico Alti also might want some practice getting a field goal in. Here's Atkins on a 3rd and 6, looking to the end zone, I think, though, has some time. Flushed out left and throws on the run and completes it to Smith. Twirls his way to the 7.
Great play. Great play. And Smith just needed to make
leads in both yardage and touchdowns. He has 1 today. 5 on the season. Quick option pitch to Smith. He'll go in for the rushing score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, that play was well designed because
that heavily taped right ankle. His team down 42-3 and continue to pound it away on the interior.
Tough running
by Kearney. I could think of maybe 2 runs for the Bison that have worked out well. Here is a pump and then deep ball by Starks, just winding it up.
Double coverage, bro. Like, what are you looking at?
Unable to, with double coverage underneath and over the pressure. Which means the back end of that defense is pretty much safe. Here's a throw and incomplete. The inaccuracy on top of that has been a problem. Well, the Bison have given up 14 points in the first half, although 28 were on the board. Now quick out to the right-hand side is caught as SC State's back component for Howard, but just been worn down by a really good offensive experience here, as Atkins is
very comfortable.
And Messiah Thorne almost got that interception. Play action rollout. Atkins off his back foot has to just get rid of that one, as he had some pressure up in his grill. 3rd and top of minds for both Delaware State and SC State. Bulldogs will have Atkins now in the backfield and brought down this time. Usually he steps up enough to buy more time, but Miles coming through. Antonio Hunter deep to receive. Here's the pressure up the middle.
Good punt.
Drives Brown back to the 700 to the 17. He's able to still make his way upfield. He's at midfield now. Here go the Bison.
Okay.
Do they get their first score on special team? Giannis has the chance to bring him down, and he does.
Shout out to the kicker, man.
At the
Shout out to the punter.
15-yard line, the punter
Shout out to the punter making the tackle.
makes the... Giannis says,
No.
I have not seen a punt return for a touchdown all season on my watch, and I'm going to make sure that ends up being the case again. Direct snap. Starks will not be in. And that one going straight to Deshaun. We've said this multiple times.
Yes.
Here's Scroggins stepping up, has to. He gets hit as he throws. I believe that's a forward pass and incomplete.
Lucky.
And
well, no
I
whistles,
I didn't hear a whistle, and now you do hear whistles. So we're gonna let that throw. Now this is an aspect of this defense. All starters out there as well. We're still in the third quarter, by the way. 3rd and 8 on the incomplete pass rendered. Scroggins going end zone, and will again dial it up and way overthrown. We saw that before as well.
Got spun at the last minute.
Gonna call it. Going forward, of course, Scroggins with a bit of time. Fires it out left-hand side. It's 4th down. It's going to get the 1st down, and there's going to be a flag as well. This is going to be a 1st down if it stands on the monumental attempt on a conversion for at least a 1st down on a 4th and 9. Have to replay it again, offset and penalties. And Scroggins in trouble and swallowed up again by this defense for the Bulldogs. And it's been that kind of day. Quarterback. Smith in motion. Handoff inside. Here is Adams.
Good run.
Shaw. I mean, that's Shaw, who has the lone rushing score. And Tyler's been out the majority of the game. Shaw again.
Almost broke it.
It's the 1st down, though.
Shaw rushes again.
Injuries at bay. And ride it out for a convincing win at home.
One more game at home, man.
Instead,
like last
we'll go to
two
the
games, dog.
incomplete. And coming back on that one, Jalen Johnson.
The Bulldogs into Bison territory.
Zuri Watson getting a bit of a lesson there from Johnson. Handoff Shaw. Flags fly. In the vicinity of a hold. Will more likely be called here. SC State will be more than happy to root on the Bison right next week. Shaw inside carry again. Only 2 on that one.
Smart move.
Meanwhile, South Carolina and 19. Shaw will go out to the slot to the left-hand side. Only 3 coming here, and Atkins will step up and run with it. Tries to find some room right, and I don't know if he fell down on his pretty much their way in this game. And that last coverage on the punt was exact opposite of the last punt that Giannis had. And it was pretty to vie for a conference championship. Scroggins staying in there as Starks. I can imagine, Steve, especially with the disparity on the scoreboard, the team that's struggling the most in the MEAC. Here is Scroggins stepping up, and will have to run with it, and wisely does so for the 1st down. And this has been kind of the modus.
1st down, that's great. Got to get some points.
All you got to do, go upfield instead of back. Scroggins this time does have time and spins it near side, incomplete. It's not really all that catchable on top. Beautiful area, South Carolina. Scroggins on the play action, dials, goes right-hand side and overthrows his receiver. Clearly, Scroggins can targets. 3rd and 10. Now only sending 3 this time. Scroggins still a bit of pressure, has to roll out of it, throws on the run, and again had a receiver this time open and is unable.
For the Bison.
And Jordan Ottifer, who came over from Benedict, Columbia, South Carolina, has done a great job with his defense. Jones now on the return, stays in bounds, and Be knocked out. Where the field was unveiled at halftime of that game against Howard, where his name was thrown on the field, and now Shaw will go in for the score. As soon as I say that, the Bulldogs don't waste any time. Shaw with his second rushing score of the day. And on this Willie Jeffries story, it is going to be another handoff to Shaw. Stubblefield is in the game for Atkins at quarterback. Shaw after the penalty, under 8 to go. And Stubblefield now looking downfield, will dial it up and go deep down the middle. It'll be picked off. Second interception by Bulldog quarterbacks thrown in this game. Because when you're up,
you're going to go on the road.
Third
at some
string
point,
you're in
having
now.
to play Delaware State. Don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. And some tackling at the point of contact, and just saw a good run by
players that might not see as much action during the course of the season in the mix on the defensive side, but that doesn't mean the pressure is going to be any different. Throw out left-hand side is incomplete. And that is not a different names, numbers, and faces. Stubblefield out there at quarterback for the Bulldogs, and it goes out of his hands, and they'll be in the end zone. He can't get his hands on it. He'll go out the back into the end zone.
Safety.
That will be 2 on the board for Howard. So they've gotten 3 and 2. They cannot get touchdowns, but they get 2 to 3. It's something to do with that as well.
Yes.
Here's the kickoff and fielded at the 19. Dangerous moment here again for the Bison. They're trying to angle for their first touchdown of the game. Russell back to pass, looking right side, lobs it. This could be trouble. Bison in for the score. Touchdown, Howard. Eric Slater, freshman to freshman. He's the OC at Southern for about 6 years.
Ain't nothing else about that. Man, we good. We good, man. It's over. It's a wrap. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out to South Carolina State putting belt to ass the last 3 weeks. Even though last week was a close game, it's still belt to ass. Like, so they play on Friday. They play Friday, man, and this game could make or break them playing against Delaware State where they stand. But these last 2 games for South Carolina State, yeah, this is it right here. This is it for them. But good game, man. Good game.